what is generational trauma and what we can do individually to stop it. And why don't we start with Dr. Andrew Huberman, because he really gets to the point that we can, stop all these things outside of us as much as we want, but as long as our internal reality is calibrated for fear, guilt, and shame, then that's our reality. So the process of healing is recalibrating your nervous system to resonate with love, compassion, and enlightenment, which keeps you calm most of the day, as opposed to fear, guilt, and shame when you're constantly looking at like, what's next and what the fuck, and oh no, those are the kids today. Like more than half of the kids today do not have a secure attachment to self in America, which means they're mentally ill. Why are so many teachers quitting? Like, why are kids at 8, 9 years old, this is like repeated story, making sex sounds? Like the whole class of 20, 30 kids making sex sounds. That never happened 10 years ago. What the fuck's wrong with us? We got to get our shit together. Okay, so let me pull up Dr. Huberman, and here he is. And today we're having a lot of people who are having a hard time listening and staying calm. The federal authorities, they are not the Gestapo. They are getting people who are killing us out of the country. That's why in 2025, our crime rate dropped the biggest time ever by 20%. Because the Trump administration is getting the criminals out of the country. So, yeah, cancel culture is an external solution to an internal problem, just like communism or socialism or Christianity as well. God is out there and he's going to tell you what to do so you don't have to take accountability for your crap. He just, Jesus will forgive you when you enter the pearly gates. What? So I don't have sovereignty over myself? And if I don't have sovereignty over myself and I'm unhappy, I can just blame God? So I'm the victim. Do you see? When we start with the self and we end with the self, then we take accountability for the self and what the self creates. Our external reality is a reflection of our internal reality. And, he's teaching you that right here. Yeah, we have to learn how to regulate the self. I mean, it used to be highly inappropriate to yell and scream in public. Like, people would go listen to one person give a talk for the left and then one person give a talk for the right and then, discuss it with their friends and then, make their decision about what they really think or feel. They would consider both sides. Why has that stopped now? Why has that stopped? Because everyone gets triggered. Trigger warning, safe space, oh my God. It's an external solution to an internal problem. It'll never work, And so if, the pipes are running wild, the water's all over my house on the inside of the house, doesn't do me any good to do a rain dance outside. I got to fix my problem on the inside. So how does this work that our nervous system creates our reality? How is reality created? All right. So let's start with the soul, with the energy body, and then we're going to get back to Dr. Gabor Mate in a second. But physicists have proven that we all have energy bodies. Okay. And Einstein said the field is the sole governing agency of the particle. The field meaning the energy field, the particle meaning the body. Okay, so if physiologically, and the whole field, scientific field of epigenetics proves this, because they've proven that less than 1% of our diseases come from genetics. Less than 1%. So if it's not in our genes, it's got to be somewhere before the genes, that's what epi means. Epi means before the genes. And the most before you can get is the energy field. Well, what energy field? I'm in my own energy field. But my energy field changes based on the people I interact with. Do I internalize negativity? Do I internalize positivity? It's all based on how I spend my time. So if I spend a lot of time in my fear, guilt, and shame, like I did, when I was 51, I finally figured out that I feared all men. Whoa, that's half the population, right? So I had to figure out why I perceived that life is anxious, depressed, unhappy, argumentative, all these all of my experiences in my life told me that life fucking sucks. Now other people are loving life. I'm like, well, my life sucks. Well, why does your life, wait, what? We're in the same reality. Oh, we're not in the same reality. But what does that mean? We're not in the same energy field.